Hello and welcome. In today's session, I will share the concept and definition of youth work, historical development of youth work in India, and one model of youth work practice which I have prepared by following the condition of youth. Then let's go to today's session. Youth work basically an activity designed for the young people for their welfare and development. It's a service-based activity which have designed for youth. As per Smith 2001, youth work is defined as activities that intentionally seek to impact young people. This is primarily a set of loosely affiliated activities that have been defined, redefined, examined, and reinvented in subsequent generations. Youth work is a planned course of action through voluntary service for young people for their personal and social development. The motive is to bring social change. This change will only be happen if youth will engage in certain developmental activities. Youth work is historically said to focus on five areas, including a focus on young people, an emphasis on voluntary participation and relationship, a commitment to association by youth and adults, friendly and informal atmosphere, and acting with integrity. This is all about conceptual understanding about youth work. There is a history that how youth work got its root in India. As we all know, India is a developing nation and we have so many young potentials. India was very much concerned to initiate the process to begin youth work by following the global condition. In 1960, there was worldwide growing incidence of youth unrest, that is student unrest basically. Following such incidences, India government started thinking to formulate an integrated youth service program in India. In 1966, Planning Commission appointed a working group to develop a comprehensive national plan for youth. In 1969, Ministry of Education converted to Ministry of Education and Youth Services and started linkages with youth organizations, youth service agencies, and youth leaders. At that time, National Youth Board also set up with the Union Minister for Education and Youth Services as chairman. In 1985, Ministry of Human Resource and Development, which we know as MHRD, established and started dealing with youth affairs in the areas of art, culture, education, sports, women welfare, and other youth affair activities. Thereafter, in 1988, National Youth Policy came into existence. This is the first time. Then in 2003, National Youth Policy felt need for certain youth development measures, and as a result, in 2010, National Youth Policy of India developed a new framework for youth work activities and policy. This is all about a brief history of youth work process in India. So India is working towards youth work and youth development. There are several models available for youth work, such as treatment model, reform model, advocacy model, empowerment model, etc. But I could not find any comprehensive model in this regard. After reviewing several models and our Indian context, I have developed a model which I am going to share with you now. Here you can see youth work. This is the model. So, what is youth work actually? So, youth work basically involves the participation of youth both actively and voluntarily. Then, your question, how youth work will process? So, there is government organizations, non-governmental organizations, and voluntary organizations. Then we have formal and informal education system in India. Then we have some other agencies like RGNIYD, Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Youth Development, then National Yuva Kendras, then NSS, and other youth clubs. So through that, we can initiate the process of youth work. Now another question arises, why we need youth work? See, we need youth work for certain purposes. I have listed few purposes over here. That youth work is to provide skill development, youth work is to provide confidence to youth, then youth work helps youth in decision making, then relationship, youth can maintain relationship, then role play, another thing, then knowledge. Through youth work activities, young generation may gain knowledge, then awareness, that organizations where youth are linked, they used to provide general awareness, and then have awareness based on disease, the awareness based on employment, so many awareness, so they will get awareness, even self awareness too. Then responsibility, when young people linked with certain youth work organization, then they will learn the sense of responsibility, then they will be able to face challenges, isn't it? When they start work, there may be several challenges while working, and youth will gain the sense that how to face a challenge, so that will make youth much stronger. Then capacity building, this and everything uh, will give, the work will give the capacity, and youth will have their own capacity to handle any situation. Now another question is that how youth will get all these developments uh, within them. So for that, certain activities have to be prepared, like recreational activities. Youth will uh, do certain recreational activities, sports activities, like that, for their own relaxation and for their creativity. Then educational activity, need to link certain educational activity, then to go for cultural programs, then awareness generation, to give them a framework to think about the issues, then drama and street plays, you need to perform there, then informatics, then competition, for example debate competition, like that. Then youth can also go for talk shows. So in that way, uh, youth will gain all this fulfillment, all these developmental activities within themselves. Then what will benefit of doing everything? This will benefit first youth, then next community, then institutions, then this will benefit to reduce conflict, and when conflict will reduce, then peace will come, and overall this is a nation building process. Youth work is a nation building process. Now you have seen the entire model. Now my question is that what is the ultimate goal of this youth work? So I have mentioned three goals over here. First goal is the development. Youth will have some developmental activities within themselves, and youth development will come with this youth work practice. The next one is empowerment. Youth will gain empowerment through youth work. And then third, the most important thing is that decision making process. Youth will be able to take their own decision. So this is a rough model that I have prepared and I am sharing to you, by which you will have some ideas on youth work and youth work practices. So this is my self model, and you can prepare your own model too by concerning about youth condition and your own place, and the condition of your place. With that, you can also prepare your own model. Even though we have already designed models like treatment model, reform model, advocacy model, empowerment model, so you can take help of this model also, and with that knowledge you can prepare a new model which is your own. So in that way I have prepared, this is my own model, so you can also develop your own model by concerning the condition of youth. So with that note I will conclude today, and my request is you all that you please concern about youth, try to involve in youth work practices, and try to bring out your own model. So I will conclude now. Thank you and have a nice day.